Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Rehana. So this video is about our visit to Copenhagen, Denmark. Copenhagen is the capital and the most popular city of Denmark, with a population of around 660,000 in the municipality and 1.4 million in the urban areas. The city is on the island of Zealand and Amager, separated from Malmö, Sweden, by the Oresund Strait. The Oresund Bridge connects the two cities by rail and road. So, we utilize this opportunity to go to Sweden easily from Copenhagen to Malmö and explore the place. So, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel so that when I upload the next video on Malmö, you can view the same and understand how to explore these places which are near to each other. Since the turn of 21st century, Copenhagen has seen strong urban and cultural development facilitated by investment in its institutions and infrastructure. Yeah, I think I did not pronounce the name of the bridge which connects Copenhagen and Malmö correctly. Please let me know in comments whether it is pronounced as one Oresund Bridge or two it's Oresund Bridge. Please let me know. Thank you. Okay, so we'll continue about some of the details which I have understood about this beautiful city. The city is the cultural, economic, and development center of Denmark. It is one of the major financial centers of Northern Europe with the Copenhagen Stock Exchange. Copenhagen's economy has developed rapidly in the service sector, especially through initiatives in information technology, pharmaceuticals, and clean technology. Since the completion of the Oresund Bridge, Copenhagen has increasingly integrated with the Swedish province of Scania and its largest city, Malmö, forming the Oresund region. With the several bridges connecting the various districts, the cityscape is characterized by parks, promenades, and waterfronts. Copenhagen's landmarks such as Tivoli Garden, the Little Mermaid statue, the Amalienborg, and the Christianiasborg palaces, Rosenborg Castle, Frederiks Church, Bosen, and many museums, restaurants, and nightclubs are significant tourist places. Copenhagen is home of the University of Copenhagen, the Technology University of Denmark, Copenhagen Business School, and the IT University of Copenhagen. The University of Copenhagen, founded in 1479, is the oldest university in Denmark. In addition, Copenhagen is home to the football club FC Copenhagen and Brøndby IF. The annual Copenhagen Marathon was established in 1980. Copenhagen is one of the most bicycle friendly cities in the world. There are certain archaeological findings which indicate that Copenhagen's origin as a city go back at least to the 11th century. Substantial discoveries of flint tools in the area provide evidence of human settlements dating to the Stone Age. Motor traffic in the city grew significantly, and in 1972, the trams were replaced by the buses. From the 1960s, the initiative of the young architect Jankel, pedestrian streets and cycle tracks were created in the city center. Activity in the port of Copenhagen declined with the closure of the Halman naval base. Copenhagen Airport underwent considerable expansion, becoming a hub for the Nordic countries. In the 1990s, the large scale housing developments were realized in the harbour area and in the west of Amager. The National Library's Black Diamond building on the waterfront was completed in 1990. Since the summer of 2000, Copenhagen and Swedish city of Malmö have been connected by the Øresund Bridge, which carries rail and road traffic. As a result, Copenhagen has become the center of a large metropolitan area spanning both nations. The bridge has brought about considerable changes in the public transport system and has led to the extensive redevelopment of Amager. The city's service and trade sectors have developed while a number of banking and financial institutions have been established. Educational institutions have also gained importance, especially the University of Copenhagen with its 35,000 students. Another important development for the city has been the Copenhagen Metro, the railway system which opened in 2002 with additional until 2007, transporting some 54 million passengers by 2011. Now, on the cultural front, the Copenhagen Opera House, a gift of the city from the shipping magnate on behalf of the A.P. Moller Foundation, was completed in 2004. In December 2009, Copenhagen gained international prominence when it hosted the worldwide climate meeting COP15. The central area of the city consists of relatively low-lying flat ground formed by moraines and from the last ice age, while the hilly areas of the north and west frequently rise to 50 meters above the sea level. The slopes of Valby and Bronshot reach heights of over 30 meters divided by valleys running from the northeast of the southwest. Close to the center are the Copenhagen lakes of Sotterdams, So, Pebling, So, and Sankt Georgen, So. I'm extremely sorry if I have pronounced the lake names wrong. Please do correct me in the comments below. Geographically, Copenhagen lies in the northern part of Denmark, where the land is rising because of postal glacier rebounds. The beaches are supplemented by a system of harbor baths along the Copenhagen waterfront. The first and most popular of this is located at Islands Beach, literally meaning Iceland's quay, and has won international acclaim for its design. Now I'll explain about the climatic conditions in Copenhagen. Copenhagen is in the oceanic climatic zone. Its weather is subject to low pressure system from the Atlantic which result in unstable conditions throughout the year. Apart from slightly higher rainfall from July to September, precipitation is moderate, while snowfall occurs mainly from late December to early March. There can also be rain with average temperature around the freezing point. So, from a traveler's perspective, June is the sunniest month of the year with an average of about 8 hours of sunshine a day. July is the warmest month with an average daytime high of 21 degrees Celsius. By contrast, the average hours of sunshine are less than 2 per day in November and only 1.5 per day from December to February. The spring it gets warmer again with 4 to 6 hours of sunshine per day from March to May. February is the driest month of the year. Exceptional weather conditions can bring as much as 50 centimeters of snow to Copenhagen in a 24-hour period during the winter months, while summer temperatures have been known to rise to heights of 33 degrees Celsius. Because of Copenhagen's northern latitude, the number of daylight hours vary considerably between summer and winter. On the summer, the sun rises at 4:26 and sets at 21:58, providing 17 hours 32 minutes of daylight. On the winter, it rises at 8:37 and sets at 15:39 with 7 hours and 1 minute of daylight. There is Therefore, a difference of 10 hours and 31 minutes in the length of day and night between the summer and the winter. The statue which you are seeing right now is the Little Mermaid. This is a famous tourist attraction in Copenhagen. Little Mermaid, unveiled on 23rd August 1913, was a gift from Danish beaver Carl Jacobsen to the city of Copenhagen. The sculpture is made of bronze and granite and sits in the water at Langliny Pier. Again, I don't know whether I pronounced it correctly. Please correct me. So we continue with the story of the mermaid. It was inspired by Hans Christian Andersen's famous fairy tale about a mermaid who gave up everything to be united with a young handsome prince on the land. Every morning and evening, she swims to the surface from the bottom of the sea and perched on her rock in the water. She stares longingly towards the shore, hoping to catch a glimpse of her beloved prince. Carl Jacobsen fell in love with the character after watching a ballet performance based on the fairy tale at the Royal Danish Theatre in Copenhagen. The beaver was so captivated by both the fairy tale and the ballet that he commissioned the sculptor Edvard Eriksen to create a sculpture of the mermaid. The sculpture was inspired by ballerina Ellen Prince, who in 1909 danced the lead role in the ballet The Little Mermaid at the Royal Theatre. However, Ellen Prince would not model in the nude for sculptor Edvard Eriksen. Thus, Eriksen's wife, Elaine Eriksen, posed for the sculpture of the Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid has several times been the victim of vandalism. Twice she has lost her head, once the arm was sworn off, and several times she has had paint poured on her. Thankfully, she is always rescued and restored, so she can stay in her place by the water and bid travelers welcome to Copenhagen Harbour. In the beginning of the video, you saw colorful buildings. That is Nyhavn. That is one of Copenhagen's most iconic sites and one of the locals' favorite place to sink a cold beer on a hot day. However, Nyhavn buildings aren't the only colorful things about the area. Its history is colorful too. Originally, it was a commercial port where ships from all over the world would dock, and it was packed with sailors visiting its pubs, alehouses, and ladies of pleasure. Today, the beautiful old houses have been renovated and restaurants dominate the old port. As you walk beside the canal, you are greeted by the sounds of jazz and the sights of payment cafes and people enjoying the relaxed atmosphere and great food. You are never far from the area's maritime history. Boats line the canal, and canal tours can take you on around trips of the city's other waterways from here too. In the beginning of the video, I told you about Copenhagen's friendly nature with the bicycle routes. So you can see in the video currently the bicycle paths. Copenhagen is a bicycle friendly country. 546 kilometers of bicycle paths, bike bridge, cycle superhighways, and many other innovative solutions make Copenhagen the world's most bicycle friendly capital. This is due to its infrastructure making cycling both convenient, safe, and fast. In Copenhagen, you find curb separated bicycle tracks, bike bridges across its canal, cycle superhighways, traffic lights, and green waves for two wheeled commuters, which are just a few examples of Copenhagen's way of designing and investing in a city for life when bike outnumbers cars, where a cargo bike to take your kid to school is cooler than an SUV. Here, Taking the bike is not only a choice for those Brit summer days, winter can get cold, but still, Copenhageners rank high when it comes to bicycle commuting every year. This is not due to the locals being genetically disposed towards cycling, it is a matter of priority. In the past years, the city of Copenhagen has had a convenient focus on bicycle centric urban planning, investing in a safe, well connected, and user friendly bicycle infrastructure, making cycling the best way to get around the city. Now, in the video, you can see a colorful, captivating place which is Naihan, which is one of Copenhagen's most iconic sites and one of the local favorite places for roaming around. So, to explain you once again, Naihan's buildings aren't the only colorful things about the area, its history is colorful too. Originally, it was a commercial port where ships from all over the world would dock, and it was packed with sailors visiting in the pubs. Today, the beautiful old houses have become renovated and restaurant dominated the old port. As you walk beside the canal, you are greeted by the sound of jazz and the sights of famous cafes and people enjoying the relaxed atmosphere and great food. You are never far from the area's maritime histories, boat lined, the canal and canal tours can take you on around trips of the city, other waterways from here too. So you can see we have just boarded on a canal tour. The famous Danish fairy tale writer Hans Christian Andersen used to live in number 20. That this is where he wrote the fairy tales, the tinderbox, Little Claus and Big Claus, and the Princess and the Pea. He also lived from 20 years in number 67 and for 2 years in number 18. Basically, wherever you walk down here, you will be walking in his footsteps. During the Christmas time, the air in Naihan is scented with clocks as the annual Christmas market fills the cobbled street with decorated stalls and twinkling lights. It's a perfect setting for your winter holiday in Copenhagen. The cafes and restaurants offer Danish Christmas delicacies, including roasted pork. It's a classic Christmas experience. So, the boat tour is a must visit. We loved the experience. Our guide was phenomenal. They were funny, quite informative, and really kind. The canal cruise take you through a lot many landmarks and you get to know so many things about Copenhagen. You can literally stand and see the whole view without any barriers. Enjoy. Many Copenhageners take the tour to get an opportunity to see their capital from a different perspective by taking the canal tour. Get to know the harbors and canals of Copenhagen with the canal tour. The tour is guided in both Danish and English, and some departures have a third language, varying between German, Italian, French, Portuguese, and Spanish. It takes approximately an hour. During the tour, you will see the Copenhagen Opera House, Amalienborg Palace, Christianienborg Palace, the impressive Black Diamond Library, and of course, the Little Mermaid. Make your departure from Nyhavn or Weststanden. It is free with Copenhagen card, but only with departure from Weststanden. There are too many operators of the canal tours. It approximately costs 8 euros to 10 euros. They are all reliable and trusted operators. The ticket, both from Stroma, is right in the end of the harbor in Nyhavn. So, let me tell you, Copenhagen is one of those cities where it doesn't matter when you are visiting because it always have an interesting alternative to offer you. But once the sun goes down, the Danish capital lights up, creating a magical atmosphere to enjoy a lot of attractions from bars and nightclubs to palaces and amusement parks. Some of the best things to see and do in Copenhagen at night include enjoying a cruise along the city's canal, taking a guided tour of Christiansburg Palace, attending a live music show in the trendy neighborhood bars, touring the Tivoli Gardens, and even taking a tour of Assistance Cemetery. However, before I conclude, let me tell you it would be a good option if you plan to visit Copenhagen during the summer or during the high seasonal months. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like, comment, and share with your friends and family. And please do subscribe to my channel to see more travel videos from Europe. As I told you, I will be showing you how to go from Copenhagen to Malmo easily on a day trip. So, see you soon in another episode with another video. Till that time, you all take care and bye bye.